Hey, we're here at Lumen Christian Retreat Center with Father Eric Leyble, pastor of St. Genevieve in Thibodaux. Welcome, Father.
Thank you.
Thanks for spending some time with us today.
Not a problem.
And Father, you're from the Philippines, correct?
I am, yes.
When you came to the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux, what did you think that the diocese would be like? Did you have an idea?
I had a preconceived idea. When I first learned that I was going to come over here, when I think of America, I think of New York or Los Angeles. I always think big cities, high-rise buildings, traffic. And then we got to Houston, which was our last leg of our trip before New Orleans. And we were flying over that area between Houston and New Orleans, and all I see are lands and swamps and waters. So I was like, did I make a mistake of saying yes? Because there was a little bit of desolation there, a little bit of questioning. But when I came to New Orleans, when I landed in New Orleans, Father Andre was there, and Mama Cat, and Father Mark, and they were very welcoming. So that changes everything, you know.
Oh, the people are good.
Yes.
What was your first meal when you got to the United States?
I requested Popeye's fried chicken because that was one of the favorite meals that I have back home. So I asked, is there a Popeye's fried chicken here? And I think it was Mama Cat or Father Mark said, yes, there is. And that's what I had at the Bishop's house on East 1st Street.
Yes, indeed, man. I love me some chicken.
Yep.
Now, what is some of your favorite music?
I am more into the 60s, 70s, 80s kind of music. Yeah. For whatever reason, when my mom was pregnant with me, she would listen to this music on the radio, and the radio would be like by her womb. So I guess I've been hearing this music even when I was in the womb of my mother. So that's how I learned to love those kind of music more than the more contemporary and modern music.
One of your favorite hits from the 60s?
The hits from Frankie Valli.
Yeah?
I think that's a 50s music, but Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, those kind of things, Frank Sinatra. And then something like ABBA and Kenny Rogers. Yeah.
You are, I know you're quite the Disney fan.
Yes.
Big Lion King fan?
Yes.
Is it true that that you've memorized all the Lion King?
Yes. Yes, I've watched it so many times that I can even anticipate what the next scene is. I think it's a gift that God has given me, which probably would help with my priesthood. But yes, Lion King has always been my favorite among all the movies that I consider my favorite. And yeah, from the very first syllable mentioned in the opening scene to the very last word, I can pretty much narrate the whole story. Just don't let me do it now, but I can do it when I'm in a more relaxed environment, yes.
You have a favorite scene?
Yes, the scene where Mufasa, in the voice of James Earl Jones in the clouds, just reminding Simba, remember who you are my son. And that's my favorite, possibly because of its very biblical analogy to it. So I consider it always my favorite, and I always go back to that once in a while in prayer, just to remind myself that, it's the Lord saying to me, you are my son. Yeah, so.
Father, for you, the best thing about being a priest?
It's just being a father to your people, to experience fatherhood. I know it's not the same as being a biological father, but raising children in the faith and making sure that your children do not go astray, and making sure that you feed them well with the Word, the Eucharist, the sacraments. I think that's very achieving for me. very fulfilling in my priesthood. So that's why when I became a pastor after going back to school, that was something that I really was excited, because, you know, I've always been waiting to become a pastor one day. So that was great. Yeah.
Thank you for your priesthood, Father. And thank you for spending some time with us.
No problem.
Bless you.
You're welcome.